DnD. Previously. So, there definitely seems to be a bit of a correlation between your sword and the phasing stone. They both seem to be made of a similar metal, although your sword seems to have a bit of an alloy with it. The phasing stone seems to be a pure element, which I have not been able to identify, but hopefully we will find something like it on this continent.
The ornament tag.
So you pull it out?
Yep.
You whip it out?
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
I
the ornament tag.
whip it out.
What do you whip out, Lucas? Come on.
I
You gotta talk to me here.
Can I put the...
Hold on. Lucas
Jesus
is whipping it out.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let Lucas whip it out, and then you can go.
So I
Go
whip,
ahead, Lucas.
so I whip out this black onyx ring. Yeah, actually, real quick, would you be able to look at Xavier's Fungal Forest and tell him what's wrong?
The rash, once again. She goes behind the counter and pulls out like a clear balm.
What is this?
She's like, just rub this, in your infected area. After a few days, I'm sure it'll be fine. And Latria goes, wow, okay, I didn't realize all that was going on. Well,
I think it's when Latria touched me.
I don't believe so. In fact, you were trying to
Maybe that was a
play with
dream.
the berries on my bush, if I'm not mistaken. Nobody wants to touch your dingleberries, that's for sure. This kind of sucks because I'm going to have to come up with a lot of mouse talk.
I say hello to the mouse.
Well, hello there.
How you doing?
I'm really happy to be going with you guys.
Yeah?
This is going to be great. I can't wait. I've been stuck in here for so long, and there's so many cool stuff that this Nora Wenzel person has, but at the same time, nobody ever wants a pet mouse, and I really appreciate you taking me with you.
Are we
I'm just as ready as I'll ever be. She's really excited.
Are we ready, kids?
Yeah, let's get that.
All right, so here we
I
go.
was looking for an aye, Captain.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aye,
So
Captain.
you guys head out here and peace out. And you guys hit the big map. And you guys are well on your way to the Fungal Forest. Welcome to PlanetMe D&D. With Laz, Lucas, and Seth.
And don't forget Arya.
All right, so where we last left off, you guys had decided to forego the mines to head up to the Fungal Forest to see what you expect to, you're not really sure what to know or what to see, but Ultra did tell you to head up there. Latria is very, very excited to be along for the ride, that is for sure. So we're going to treat this like any outdoor situation. You guys still have like 20 rations, so once again, each hex is going to be a day. I assume you guys are going to, are quite capable of knocking down your rations every day. But what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and start right here.
We didn't get any rations.
What's that?
We didn't get any more rations.
You have 20 rations though. That's
one a day?
It's one a day, yeah. I think you guys are going to be good for a while because you had a whole bunch of them from before. I remembered you found that one guy who had salt, so you're able to get a whole bunch of rations from him as well. So so the way we're going to do random encounter, before I was doing like a roll of 15 or higher, and you guys will automatically get a random encounter. But since, I just felt like it was so few and far in between that I'm changing it to a 12 or higher. And don't forget, you guys do have your luck. So if you guys wanted to add a +2 to that, remember, now you could use your luck to get a random encounter, or you could use your luck to raise the number on a random encounter. Now, it's not 100% that a higher roll on which random encounter you get is going to be better. But once you get to a certain level, adding is going to be better. But, I think there's a good chance that you could get into a fight up into a certain level. But once you get past a certain number, it's going to be a D20. There will be a chance of finding something a little bit cooler. But that being said, who wants to roll first to random encounter that shit?
We're doing 20?
D20, yeah.
You wanna roll to see who rolls first, Lance?
14.
What's that one?
14.
14. That's a hit. All right.
It's a hit.
So,
or is it a random encounter?
It's gonna be random. And I was having you guys both roll a d10, and then we were adding them up, and that gives a really nice bell curve. But the problem with that is you guys were getting a lot of the ones in the middle, and at the same time, it's like you guys were hitting the same one more than once. So you rolled that. Lucas, go ahead and roll a d20, and we're gonna figure out which random encounter you guys get.
16.
16. All right. Now, and if you want to add luck to that, you can. You can just keep it the way it is. It's really up to you.
I'll keep.
All right. So
I stay.
We have luck at once a day?
you have one. Well, you have every 3 levels you can add one. So once you get to level 20, you should have every 4 levels, every 3 levels. So you get one, and then when you hit level 3, you're level 4, you're gonna get another one. So right now you guys have one. So you guys each have one.
One per rest.
Per day.
Yeah, per day. Okay.
Per day, yeah. So all right, number 16. So this is a cool one. And this is interesting because Mr. Laz was talking about some. Anyway, so you're walking through the forest, the 3 of you, and your mouse. By the way, you should think about a name for your mouse. You don't have to do it right now, but just something to think about. So you're walking.
Death.
What's that?
Last.
No, the name of the mouse. Death.
Oh, okay. I have to say it's a pretty cool name. Can't hate it.
Oh no, you know what? We're not using that name.
Can't hate it.
No. Because the mouse is gonna do too much extraordinary things.
Yeah, well,
Change the name.
If the name fits, folks, if the name
Lucas.
fits, think about it. You don't have to come up with anything right away, but just, something to think about. So when I ask you next week and you forgot all about it, you can think about it again.
I will.
Live sound effects. Love it. All right, so you're walking through the forest. You guys have just gotten started.
And then an eagle eats the mouse. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the mouse, you have to determine where it's going to hang out, if it's going to be on your shoulder, if it's going to hang out in a pocket. Like, it's not necessary to come up with that now. But yeah, you're walking through the forest, and I'm assuming you guys want to follow the river. But either way, you're walking through the forest, and you see a tree trunk that has been completely cut off. And, there's not a lot of trees that have been cut down. Right around when you left Miners Retreat, you saw a little bit of them. But after a while, the trees have pretty much been left alone. But there is one tree trunk that has been cut pretty low. It's probably sticking out about 2 feet out of the ground. And you find that with this tree trunk, there's a metal rod sticking right out of the middle of the tree trunk. What do you want to do?
Do you have a picture of it?
I do have a picture of it, but you can't see what the picture is yet.
Oh. Lance,
Adreil, send the mouse.
Xavier, I was gonna say, go up and lick it.
There's that too.
That's not happening.
I mean, you'll eat anything, right?
You can't eat a metal rod.
You can lick it. Just lick it.
I don't lick rods.
Before you stick it.
Where's Latria? Oh, send Latria.
I don't really think that. I mean, what do you guys want me to do? I mean, I'll go up there and check it out if you want, but if you think I'm along this ride just so I could, face the danger all by myself.
Take the mouse with you.
So you want me to take your pet mouse up to a metal rod sticking out of a wooden trunk? Just seems so extra.
Alright, I walk up to it.
You walk up to it? Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you walk up to it and...
With a huff, come on.
All right. So, yeah, you walk up to it and you don't really sense anything. It's just sticking in this metal rod. So the metal rod, I mean, it's kind of, it's sticking into the.
Is it like rebar-esque?
I would say rebar-esque, sure. No, I mean, not really. It's a little bit of a bigger rod than that.
Can I do a what is it called?
Perception check?
Yeah, perception check. I knew it started with a P, but I couldn't remember how to say the word.
Perception?
I couldn't remember how to say perception.
Oh man.
Wow. Yeah.
Philadelphia
Perception or
education.
something.
You can do a
Perception check to
perception check.
see-
Absolutely. Yeah. What are you trying to find
See
out?
if there's any sign of like severe disturbance other than a tree being cut down.
Sure. Go ahead and roll. I mean, you can go ahead and roll and you know,
See what it comes
sure.
up. 18.
18. Wow. And your perception, I assume it's a sight deal, which
Yeah.
means you get your +2, so it's going to be a 20.
Plus, yeah, well, mine's a 3. I thought I changed that back to a 2.
Or perception. Well, no, you get a +2 because of your totem of sight, your totem of the eagle.
Yeah,
So you get +3 for regular perception, then another plus. You roll with advantage. That's what it is.
yeah.
But either way, 18's fine. So yeah, you feel it looks as if whatever this rod was, it looks like it was forcefully put into this trunk. So yeah. And the way it looks, it's it's kind of like a long rod, but it has like spirals around it as well, almost like you ever see the along like an electric pole, and you see those like rings that kind of circle the wires a little bit, something like that. So it looks, that's kind of what you see sticking out of the trunk. But it looks like whatever it is, it was forcefully placed into this trunk. You're not sure how or why or whatever.
But
Latria,
it's
what do you
safe.
think?
It looks like a metal rod into a trunk. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys.
Okay, well, why do
I mean, I don't know, like, see if you can pull it out maybe, or I don't know.
what's that? That's Latria?
Yeah. And,
Aria, have we seen anything like this before?
I don't believe you have seen anything like this before, but it certainly looks like someone placed it there, or maybe it fell from the sky. It's kind of hard to say, but it looks like it's been placed pretty deep or is dug very deep into the trunk.
Let's try to pull it out.
I'm going to pull it out. So who's going to try to pull it out?
I will, of course. I'm
You
the
will?
tank.
All right.
The mouse.
Well, plus you have the most strength. All right. So roll a strength check.
20?
Yep.
10.
A 10.
Yeah.
10 total.
6 plus 4.
All right. So yeah, with that, it kind of, you feel it kind of give a little bit, but not enough to actually pull it out. But when you touched it, you did feel a little bit of like an electric, not want to say a shock per se.
I want to try to pull it out again.
All right, go ahead and roll.
8. 4
8.
plus 4.
All right, so yeah, with the second roll, I had it set that if you try it again, you're going to take 1d10. So you're going to take 2 points of damage. It's electric shocking damage. But you can keep trying if you want.
I mean,
Fudge it.
so 13 plus 4, 17.
17. All right, you managed to pull this little sucker out. And you pull it out and you see like a lightning bolt kind of hit it as you're pulling it out. You are going to take another 1d10, so that's 3 points of damage. So you're going to take another, but you now have this thing.
The lightning bolt didn't give me any special things.
Well, you both are going to roll an Arcana check. See if you can determine what it might be.
Number?
Yep, D20 plus your Arcana, both of you.
13.
13 total?
I have no arcana.
Okay. Lucas?
Third one.
11 plus 2 is
We
13.
both got a 13. Yeah, you are not sure what this thing does, but you can tell that there is some sort of electrical properties with this. And it does look like something you would throw, like a javelin of sorts.
And as soon as we walked out, we had.
What's that?
As soon as we walked out of the little town, that's what we got.
Well, I would say you probably traveled about 12 hours. You know, I mean, maybe like 8 hours. It's towards the end of the day, so you found it. But yeah, it's a javelin of sorts. You're not really sure exactly what it does, but you do find that it has some sort of electrical properties.
And I get to keep it?
You get to keep it.
Right.
So, and you're the javelin guy, so you can put one javelin. It was one javelin, one electrified javelin. Now, with something like this, when you decide you want to actually throw it and use it, you will learn its properties.
All right.
So,
Okay, and what's in the tree?
Nothing. It was just a javelin stuck in a tree.
But I lost 5 points for that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go ahead and assign it to you, so you can actually. I'll show everyone as well. So yeah, this is it. Basically, just this weird looking electrified-esque pole sticking out of the tree trunk.
What's the damage for that?
It's going to be regular damage, but yeah, once you decide to use it, you'll learn what the properties are. So so you guys walked the rest of the day, and then you guys decide to settle in for the evening. You don't have to look for rations or anything like that. So that night, just the three of you sitting around camp, and Latria goes out to find her own food. Once again, she knows the land very, very well, and doesn't even need to really bring rations because she can forage for herself. That's for sure. And that's pretty much it for that night. Any questions for Latria or anything like that before we move up another one in the next day? All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go ahead and move you guys up one more. All right, cool. So, Lucas, your turn to roll for a possible random encounter. So you guys are like deep in the woods at this point. I mean, it's not like crazy. There are some clearings here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty deep. Yeah, exactly.
We don't hear banjos yet.
Banjos? Banjos. Okay, sure. Bingo, bing, boom, bingo, bingo, bing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the best you could do?
Yeah, dueling banjos. That's the best.
No, you actually doing it is actually kind of throwing me off.
Ding, dong, ding. I feel like I'm on pitch at least. All right, Lucas, roll for random encounter. 2? Not gonna happen. I assume you don't even want to waste your luck on that crap.
Nope.
That's for damn sure. All right,
I might be stupid, but
the thing is, I mean, it's once per day, so theoretically, you guys use it every day. So, all right, so yeah, you guys, spend another evening around the fire.
Only him?
What's that? Well, only one. Well, there's only one option for a random per day. If you would have gotten it, you would have rolled to see which one you might have gotten. So, but since he rolled like
so
crap,
he gets nothing. He could. Oh, I thought. Okay, continue.
Yeah. So, but you'll get to roll. You get to roll tomorrow, buddy. So Latria says, so, I mean, do you know what you're going to ask Esha when you get there? I mean, very, very few people ever get into the Fungal Forest. I hope you guys realize, I mean, normally you get, less than a mile inside and you're getting ushered out or you're getting attacked pretty quickly. Do you have any idea what you're going to ask or what you're looking for?
Well, we're going in. Have you ever been there?
No. I mean, that's why, like, when you were at our house and my dad gave you the handkerchief, that's why, if you notice, I had this wide-eyed look on my face because I can't even believe you guys are going to go. Like, I've always wanted to go. And, I mean, I guess my father, I can understand he wouldn't want me going up there by myself, but I'm glad I have you guys to go with because at least now I get to check it out.
Yeah, but we're, we've accomplished a couple of things, and,
Yeah,
we're looking for certain things. And, we already told you about the figs. So,
well, I hope she has answers for you. That would be nice. Yeah. Help you guys out.
What do you think we should ask her?
Well, I think you should just straight up ask her, where to find what you're looking for or how to at least locate it. That would be probably a good idea.
All right.
Just saying.
That was the plan.
All right, well, Good. I hope it works out for you. All right, so another day goes by, knock off another ration. I'm going to move you guys up one more spot. And Laz, your turn to roll for a random encounter.
19.
19. That is a hit.
Or 61.
Not quite. All right, Lucas, go ahead and roll to see which ones you guys get.
What do you mean?
Well, he rolled. It's a success. Now Lucas is going to figure out which one he get.
Damn it.
If Lucas would have
rolled
gotten a
it.
success, you would have rolled to see what you're going to get. But since he failed with a 2, go ahead,
I
Lucas.
rolled a K.
What the fuck?
11.
11. All right. Do you want to add luck to that or no?
I feel like you should add luck.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, make it 13.
All right. Wow, lucky number 13. All right. So yeah, you guys are wandering through the woods. It's midday at this point, and you know, everything looks to be pretty much the same. You are following the river, which is kind of nice. The nice rippling of the water as you walk by. It's a really nice backdrop. And so yeah, you all of a sudden there's a tree with a pretty big trunk, and there's a rope hanging down from the tree, and you know,
This doesn't sound good.
you're not really sure what's going on with the rope. You have no idea what's up with that rope.
You got the joke.
I didn't get it, but I'm sure it's great.
Continue.
Hold on.
Continue.
Wow,
I'm sorry.
I totally missed it, but that's okay. Hopefully the listeners got it.
Let's just think of a southern
I'm sure
state.
there was a joke in there somewhere.
Southern state, tree, rope.
Oh, okay,
Like,
sure, okay.
that doesn't sound good. Continue.
All right, so there's a rope hanging from a tree. Jeez.
Ding, 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 ding.
I think we should go another way.
Ding, ding, ding,
Who
ding,
fits?
ding, ding.
I didn't even see you guys. I didn't even think about that crap. Good lord.
Is anybody else here at banjos?
Is the grass getting blue? Is it just me or?
Oh God! All right.
Yeah. So yeah, you spot a rope hanging from the tree. What do you do?
Latria, what do you think this rope
Yes?
is?
It looks like a rope hanging from a tree. I'm not really sure.
Should
It
we do
goes
a
up quite a
perception
ways,
check?
that's for sure.
How high?
Well, I mean, so I would say
Aria?
probably about.
It looks like it's approximately 50 feet until the end of the rope. There does seem to be something attached to the rope, however.
Yeah, Latria, you seem to be the white person for this. Go up there and check.
Because we're all creatures.
Is it because I'm short?
No, because you've obviously explored this far.
What would you like me to do? You want me to swing on it like Tarzan? I'm familiar with old 20th century literature. Human 20th century literature. Something like that, right?
That George of the
Let's roll
Jungle.
a perception check
All right. What are you trying to perceive?
to see what's on top of the rope. What is it hanging from?
Sure.
Can we climb the rope? Can we just climb it without doing a perception check?
You can certainly try.
I'll give Adreil or Latria a boost and make them climb the rope. How far is the rope from the ground?
The rope is. I mean, if you put your arm up, you can. You
I
could probably grab like 12 inches of the rope,
And
which
what
I
about
have to
them?
say is pretty accurate measurement, if I must say.
For me, what about Latria and Adreil?
Latria's not gonna. I mean, Adreil can probably.
Who can climb the rope the easiest because of their
Well,
size?
you're the strength guy, but I would
But
probably
pulling
put
up my
this in
size.
No,
athletics.
that would be
I think
acrobatic.
acrobatic or athletics. I feel
I
like
have
this
a-
would be athletics.
Is athletic even?
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
athletics.
it's either going to be athletic or acrobatic.
Yeah.
All right, so me, I'm just gonna.
Athletics is Xavier.
All right, I'm pulling myself up.
So, all right, so you pull on the rope, and as soon as you pull on the rope, it falls, and a ladder comes down and hits you in the head for a rope ladder. Hits you in
Should
the
I
head
just
for
pull the
3
rope in the
points of damage.
Damn, they're trying to kill me today.
It's all right. You get it back every day.
Oh, so I'm back. I'm back to 27. All right.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
you're
at
back every
24.
day.
Cool. All right.
I mean, it's kind of stupid to give you damage out here like this, but you know, you could run into a battle as well in the same day. There's stuff that could happen.
All right. And
So yeah, now it's a ladder. And the ladders, I mean, you know, any one of you can climb up, or all of you.
just go. I want you to go up there and see what's going on. Oh no, you know what? No, did the mouse climb the ladder?
That might be tough.
All right.
I mean, if it wasn't straight
A
up and
mouse
down.
can climb. Doesn't need to really climb.
I mean,
the ladder.
Adriel can ask.
Damn, we should have put the mouse on the rope. All right, whatever.
I don't know,
Adriel?
guys. It's not like I mean, I can appreciate you trying to, like, you know, get me involved in everything, but it's not like, you know, I can't just, like, climb ropes. I'm not, you know, spider rat.
All right.
If there was any type, if it wasn't a complete, like, 90-degree angle, you know, maybe it was more like 80 degrees or 75 degrees, I might be able to climb up or something like that. But, yeah, I think it's just a little too straight up and down for me to climb.
Adriel, it seems like this
Justification,
mouse
think
is
about
saying a lot
Adriel.
of stuff. All I hear is no. What is it
Well,
saying?
he's saying.
Adriel, why
Can
don't
I
you just
explain?
climb that ladder and see what's going on up there?
All right, climb up.
All right, so you climb up the ladder. It's up there. I mean, you get it probably about 80 feet in the air because these trees are pretty tall. I mean, they're 100-foot trees.
80 feet.
So when you get to the top, you find that it's actually a scouting post. You see a couple sleeping cots, a few jugs of water. The sleeping post is actually built as like a ring around the tree, and the limbs have actually been cut off. And for the most part, you can see over the canopy. Like there are some trees that do stick up higher, but you can see pretty much around it. But you do have a 360-degree view, pretty much all around.
Can I do a perception check to see if it's the minus retreat people or the those of justice?
Let's see.
help?
I would say that would be an investigation check, actually.
I feel like we should just see.
Yeah.
We should know automatically.
Maybe, but you should know shit because you're still at the bottom of the rope.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I feel like he should know.
Go ahead, investigation check
D20.
plus investigation, which should be high for you because your intelligence and wisdom is high.
8 plus 2 is 10.
Yeah, you can't really tell.
Oh God.
They could go both ways.
Yeah, it could be. Well, I mean, it could be friendly or foe.
But you can't just look around and see what they have in there.
You can.
That's what I just did.
Yeah, but
Well,
you
no,
don't have
you
to
looked
do
around
that.
to see, like, so you find a pair of binoculars, you find 6 rations, you do find a whistle, and you actually find a rifle,
Ooh.
a laser rifle, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, let's. So is he telling me what's going on up there?
If he's yelling it down and creating a hubbub.
All right, how about this? Well, Adriel, come down and tell me what's going on, and then we'll see what happens.
Or I shout down. Come on, it's not that bad. Come on up.
Why don't you
View
come
is
down
pretty.
here?
So as soon as you yell, you start to hear some footsteps.
See, that's why I wanted Adriel to come
So
down.
Xavier, you find a couple footsteps coming in towards your direction. A couple pairs. You could tell it's I mean, it's more than one person. Could be 3, could be 2.
Hide by the tree and wait to see who's coming.
Hide behind a tree. Okay, sure. So I was
With
the two of you. So
Yeah.
why don't you hiding behind a tree? How would I do this? Why don't you we'll do a nature check, I guess. Well, you know what? Why don't you do a stealth check and you can add an extra +2 just because you're hiding behind a tree.
Hopefully.
14. 13 plus 1.
13 plus 1, 14. Is that plus your extra, and you get your extra 2?
I have 1. Okay. I'll add a luck to it too. I have luck only 1, right?
You have your 1 luck, yes.
Yeah. So 1 luck, 1 strength plus 13. That's 15.
Not strength, but.
No, not strength. Sorry.
And you get an extra plus 2.
1
because...
stealth plus 1 luck plus 13.
Okay. Yeah, so I would say you successfully hide. And Latria does as well. She's naturally stealthy, so she has automatically as a stealthy person just because she's small, she's light-footed, all that stuff. You do manage to hide successfully.
And what do we see?
So you see, I'll tell you, you see these 2 individuals coming up towards you. They are dressed in militia gear. So let me show you guys one. Boom. So yeah, these are the 2 individuals you have coming towards you right now.
That uniform, do we know that uniform or no?
So that uniform, it's a uniform. It looks very similar to those of Justice. So they start walking in direction.
Is that the uniform that the guy gave us?
It is the uniform that you guys got, and you decided you haven't put on yet. And yeah, they're coming up kind of sneakily, like they know they heard something, not sure exactly what it is. And they are looking around. They start looking at the ground, looking for possible footsteps. But with your stealth check, I'm just gonna, they're not gonna find Latria because she's light-footed. But with your stealth check, well, that you passed, I'm gonna say that they did not find your footsteps. But they do notice that the ladder is now down. They pull out their weapons, and then they point it up towards where Adreil is at the top.
Adreil should put on his uniform, I believe.
And here's a question: am I able to see this from my vantage point?
I would assume you're looking down. You call down to them. You notice that Xavier kind of moved off stealthily-ish. As stealthily as a person who's wearing chainmail armor can. But you do notice that there's definitely some sort of something going on. So I would say you saw them. But it's far enough away they can't see you necessarily. But you definitely saw some movement down there. But I assume you're looking in such a way that they can't really make out what's going on up there, because it is like I said, like 80 feet.
Could I do a roll to see how quickly and how efficiently I could change into the uniform?
God, what kind of check would that be? Put on a uniform?
Just put on a uniform and that's it. Ask them why they left their post.
Yeah, I would say. I would say you could just start putting on the uniform. It'll probably take him a good 3 or 4 minutes to walk up there. That's for sure.
Ask them why they left their
They're not climbing yet. They're just kind of looking. They kind of look at each other like, you heard something too, right? I heard something because you got the water nearby. There's rustling of the wind, so they, you get the sense they felt like they heard something, but not necessarily 100%.
Do I change?
Well, yeah, you're gonna put it on over top of your. So all right, you go ahead and put it on, and then what? One of them starts to put their hand on the ladder. The gentleman puts his hand on the ladder, like like I'm a gentleman, I'm gonna go first. But he's heading up there.
So I call down, who's coming up?
Okay, and so the guy pauses and looks to the woman, and he says, "Who's up there? What are you doing in our post?"
Post inspection, I call down.
Post it. He looks over to her. It's like, post inspection. And this is you, Xavier. You can kind of hear this. You're not really, peeking necessarily, but you can, or maybe you're peeking. I don't know. Post inspection. She's like, I don't know. Post inspection is that even a thing?
Arya can hear both of us, right?
Arya can communicate with both of you. That's correct. So Arya can definitely,
Tell Adreil to ask them, why aren't they at their post?
Why are you not at your post? I call it.
Jesus, are you playing Arya now? That's what it sounded like. Why are you not at your post?
Why are you not at your post?
The guy kind of tucks his shirt in, a little bit.
Must be nice, eh?
Guy tucks his shirt in a little bit, and he looks over to her. He's like, we went to get some water.
So it takes 2 people to leave an observation post to get water.
Remember, there's water already up there.
Well, yeah, and some fish. We thought we could get some fish. 2 people fishing. He starts to climb up. He's like, he's like, oh my God. You could tell that he's like, all right, we need to get up there as quickly as possible. So the 2 of them just start like really moving it quickly to get up that ladder.
All right.
Damn, I should have went up there first.
You're still, you're still around. So Latria kind of nudges you, like, come on, man. Like,
He's going to get messed up there.
Adreil's pretty smart. He knows what to do.
okay. So yeah, they're climbing up. Adreil, what do you do?
Is there like a stool or something that is?
Yeah, there's some chairs and like a bench. Absolutely.
So I sit down with the
They
rifle.
holster their guns, by the way.
they know
They
you
can't
are.
climb
Yeah,
up.
they know.
They
know
can't
it.
climb up with the guns, so their guns are holstered.
You're in uniform too, right?
He is
Yeah.
in his uniform now. Yes.
You don't even need the rifle.
So as they're climbing up, I pull up a chair, sit down towards the entrance with the rifle kind of pointed towards the entrance.
So you pointing toward the entrance,
You
so
don't
when
really
they
do that,
come
though,
up, they're
because-
going to see the rifle?
Yeah, to a point.
Okay.
Not pointed at them, but pointed towards them, not threatening, but enough that
Okay.
they know. Waiting for them to finally make their appearance topside.
Okay. So yeah, so they're climbing up. They're about halfway up, and you're gonna sit there with the rifle, kind of put it in their direction, waiting for them to appear up there, right?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, they keep going up, and finally you see the man's hand hit the deck. Like, there's like a little handle where he can pull himself up, and you see his eyes, and he sees the gun. He's like, who are you? And what are you even doing out here? There's no post inspections. I've never even heard of this.
Yeah, because we try to keep it as secret as possible so you don't expect it.
So
Like how you didn't expect it and you left your weapon behind.
I did leave. Whoa, I left the weapon behind, but so he's pretty much up, and you can see the woman coming up as well. And he's like, well, we left the rifle behind, but we have our guns with us.
Yeah, but not supposed to leave your rifle behind. You didn't know I was coming, and I found it quite easily because I saw this rope hanging down.
So who sent you? I don't even who's your commanding officer?
Oh, damn it! What is his name? I'm trying to think back. This isn't.
You don't need to know that.
Who's the guy who we killed?
Braddock Stone?
No.
Braddock. Yeah.
Was it
But
the
I
same
tell him
one?
Braddock.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Do we tell the same name? The same guy? How do we know?
Hey,
Was he part? I don't think he was part of that league.
you don't know if he was or wasn't.
So
Take
It's
your
on a
time.
need to know basis. You don't have to say. Don't tell him a name.
it's a need to know basis.
I love how Aria is allowing you guys. And that's the thing. You guys can communicate
Through Aria,
this.
we're good.
Well, no,
we're good.
even throughout Aria, you don't need Aria. You guys can communicate, through your earpieces. So you don't even need Aria for that. So, so what do you say, Adriel?
It's on a need to know basis.
I feel like you should have just kicked his ass down the ladder as soon as he poked his head out. You probably would have taken them both out.
What are you saying, Adriel?
It's
My commander's
First
coming.
off-
Just tell him your commander's coming now, and then I'll
yeah,
walk.
yeah,
I'll-
my commander is coming to hear my report on this.
So your commander sent you to check out our post, but your commander is coming. How would your commander even know to be here?
Because you're on a list.
Oh, so
You're on today's order to be inspected.
So why do you need two people to inspect? He kind of has this suspicious look on him. He's looking at the uniform too. He's, you could tell he's like, all right, I mean, that's our uniform, and you are tall like us, so it kind of makes sense, I guess. You get that look that he's unconvinced, but convinced enough to not like make a big deal out of it yet.
Yeah.
Tell them to put their weapons down.
Well, they don't have their weapons. They're holstered.
Yeah, tell them to put all their weapons to the side because they're in trouble.
Yeah, because I think that's going to raise a little bit too many alarms if I tell them to disarm. So as I'm looking them both in the eye sternly.
Sternly, okay.
I stand up, put the rifle down, and I just tell them I found all I've needed to do, or I found all I have needed to find. You should expect a report back in the next 3 to 5 days.
All right, now
3 to 5 days.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a deception check. Deception, that's correct. So roll your d20, add your deception.
They're fucked.
So I rolled a 17 and my deception is 1, so a total of 18.
18, all right. Yeah, they
Oh man, they bought it.
They kind of,
lucky.
they look at each other like, all right, and you see the woman is just like, I told you we didn't have to do this down there. We had this whole place up here to ourselves. I don't know why it was so important for you to leave the post. He's like, well, like we never get out of here. Like it's,
Since they
it's like
believe
you told him you're going fishing. We don't even have fishing equipment on us. You're an idiot.
Hey,
It's like, hey, what do you want me to tell you?
Adreil, just tell them to just relax for the evening because we have a couple of people out here doing other inspections, and if they see anybody, just tell them to relax.
Right. And I tell them what he just told me.
Okay. And they're like, all right. So they sit down, they kind of sulk a little bit. They both kind of like long gulps of water, long nervous gulps of water. And they certainly appear to buy your bullshit.
Yeah, we're good.
Yep. And
Okay.
as I go down the ladder, I look at it and look into his eyes and give him that look of nice.
You're taking the rifle with you? You leaving the rifle? What are you doing?
You gotta leave it.
Yeah, I gotta leave it. It's gonna look a little.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave it.
All right. So yeah, you leave the rifle, you go down, and crisis averted.
You should have took a water or something though.
And you guys are good. Well, you're right by the river though.
Okay.
So, and yeah, crisis averted.
Real quick, I just pop up. I grab a canteen of water and just walk in.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this. So, all right.
And this is my tip.
You guys have made it through safe and sound. All right. So you guys
No battle.
proceed. Yeah, no battle.
We need that uniform though.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
maybe.
that's because I look so damn good.
No,
in
we
it.
need the uniform for Latria.
Well, she brought a one. Actually, no, she didn't bring one because you guys are going to Esha.
But she's gonna
That's true.
work. Yeah.
So all right. So yeah, you guys are good. You guys travel for another, I would say, 6 hours, and moving north. It's another evening. Wow, guys, that was a close one. I can't believe it. I have to say, like, I'm pretty surprised they bought it. Usually they're not quite that willing to just let people go. You must have really had them on the ropes up there.
Yeah, I got that silver tongue, if you know what I mean.
I'm sure it's a great tongue, I guess. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna delete these. You guys are gonna move one more. It's nighttime. It's evening. You guys can knock off another ration. What's that?
Pause. Should we have asked him questions?
You probably could have. Damn it. I'm surprised you didn't. Honestly, I was thinking you could have like cut the rope ladder when they're like halfway up. It would have been tough to get down, or just like kicked them or something. But you know,
No, what do you mean? I'm trying to be smarter right now.
well, no, I'm saying there's all kinds of ways.
I'm up there by myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I hear you.
And
No, I mean that's just what I was like. The way you guys did is completely fine. That's just that's what I'm saying. There's all kinds of different ways to approach it. All
if
right.
anything, I'm DPS. I'm not a tank.
I'm
I can't take
DTF.
damage. Yeah. DTF with my FWB.
There you go. All right, so another day goes by. You guys moved up one more. I believe it is Lucas's turn. And you actually, you moved up. You can start to see a little bit more hellacious. Hellacious, that's not a word, but you can see that the terrain is starting to be more hilly, starting to see a little bit more elevation because you are moving a little bit more north along the river, but you're starting to get closer to where the outskirt or the outside of the mountains are. But yeah, go ahead and roll for another random encounter. It is the next day. Everyone's health points are back up. You lose a ration. Go ahead, Lucas.
I rolled an R.
What is this with this guy?
Yeah,
What is
8.
the R?
An 8? That is not going to make it. All right. So, you guys spend another beautiful evening in the woods. Your little mouse goes out there and finds a little bit of food for himself, whatever the mouse's name is going to be, comes back, it's like,
Well, I gotta say, it's really nice being out here in the woods. I mean, most of the time I'm just stuck in that little old place, so I really appreciate you guys spending your hard-earned gold on me. So it's really nice, and it's nice having some friends, and even though there's only one person I can talk to, I really appreciate being along for the ride. Wow, you don't really have much to say, do you? For a guy who can talk to animals, you don't take your opportunity to do so, do you?
What's he saying?
And I tell Laz what he just told me.
okay. All right. Well, good talk, everybody.
So actually, I do have a question for the mouse.
Sure.
What is your name? I should have asked this when you first got you. What have you been known to go by?
I've been known to go by Feathertail.
Feathertail.
Yeah. It's kind of long, isn't it? But hey, if you guys got something better, you're more than welcome.
I tell Laz that I asked him what he goes by, and he goes by Feathertail. What do you think? Shorten it, change it, see if that fits. I mean, it kind of sucks if he just named him after he's been known as something for so long.
FT. Feathertail. That's
FT.
fine.
Tails.
Tails.
Tails. I like it.
Tails is actually a great name. Great idea name.
Great.
Sometimes
What was
I
it?
put words together. It's an advanced form of communication that you guys aren't aware of yet.
Tails is cool. I like Tails.
So I asked him, how do you feel if we shorten it to Tails?
I think that's kind of nice. I mean, to be honest with you, it's a really, really long name, and I really don't mind being called Tails. It makes a lot of sense, that's for sure.
Ask him who used to call him Feathertails, because that's kind of weird that he has such a long name. Are you sure you're translating it properly?
Well, I mean, oh wait, yeah,
Adreil?
I'll assume that you're asking
And I
Adreil and
translate, yeah.
Adreil's, yeah. So,
Well, to be completely honest with you, is because when I was a really little kid, I used to be really fast, and no matter how many times these halflings, these people try to catch me, I'd be so fast it couldn't even catch me. So they're like, wow, you move as fast as a feather. They kept trying to catch my tail when I was running away, and they wouldn't get it, so they started calling me Feathertails.
Ask him
So what
why-
happened to you?
Ask him why they were trying to catch him so much.
Yeah,
Oh,
what-
because
what-
I'm a mouse. They like me eating their cheese.
You're specifically though. There's only one mouse. I can't even talk to you, Adriel. Ask him.
I'm
Does he
assuming that
understand me?
yeah. I'm assuming you talk to Adriel and Adriel talks to the mouse, and I'm shortening it a bit.
Hey, Joe, could you ask the mouse?
Yeah.
Well, people don't like mice in their house. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? You don't really want a mouse like rooting through your stuff and all that.
I mean, there has to be a
mouse gotta
reason.
eat, right? Mouse gotta eat. Mouse gotta, survive.
Adriel, he has to be a reason that it was a special mouse at
Yeah.
Nora's shop.
Who caught you?
Well, Nora finally called me. Thought I was a really smart mouse. And to be honest with you, didn't really catch me. I just really liked Nora, and I really felt like she's like, hey, like if you want to come live in my shop, I'll feed you. Everything's good. You can be with me. And after a while, it was really nice. But I gotta say, I kind of wanted to like be out amongst the foliage and everything. And she's like, no, I think it's better off if you stay here. And to be honest with you, I mean, I could have left at any time, but she got you 300 gold, didn't she? Yeah, I love it. I mean,
I knew it.
she is an opportunist, but hey, you got yourself a friend, got yourself a mouse,
business.
and a mouse cult, and I got myself a new name and new friends.
Yep. Red tails.
It's the last time I listened to you, Adreil.
All right.
So another
So,
day.
any more questions, Xavier?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, see, another day goes by, and Laz, since Lucas is a loser with the random encounters, Laz, please roll us a random encounter or chance for a random encounter.
You can't say that because
You've been getting it. Lucas has been
but once
missing.
you say something like that, automatically this is 2.
A 2, really?
Yeah, because
Aw.
Did he really? Did you really roll a 2, or was
Yeah.
that mine?
no, because once somebody says something like that, it's automatically the next roll is
That's
going to
true.
be trash.
That's true.
Like,
Well, all right. So another day goes by. You've got 1, 2, 3 more days to go. You do find actually that as you're starting to get like a little bit closer, you're starting to notice that there is a little bit, just a couple just odd mushrooms, purple, blue mushrooms growing. They're pretty short, not super tall. You do notice that you're starting to climb up a little bit over some hills and then back down over some hills. The river is still, nearby, not too far. You're steering close enough to the river. But yeah, so I guess Lucas, been a big strikeout. Let's see if you can get us another random encounter.
no, it's going to be good.
14.
14. All right, that's a hit. Laz, roll to see what random encounter you get. D20.
1.
3.
A 3?
Thanks.
Ooh.
Thank you, Game Master. Game Master's ruined my whole roll
A
day.
3. All right, so yeah, you're walking through the woods, and you hear some rustling. There's a little bit in front of you, there's a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, and you actually hear a little bit of a roar. And when you do, you find 3 brown bears that brush up to attack you. And we are rolling for initiative.
How far?
You can see there's one like straight ahead of you, about 50 feet, and then probably like 20 feet to the left and the right of that one, you see the other 2.
Can Adreil talk to these bears?
Adreil can certainly try. That's true.
That's,
So, all right.
can I throw the thing first or
What thing?
Yeah. Do you want me to throw for
roll for?
Initiative?
initiative? try to-
If you want to try
or
to
do-
talk to him first, you can.
Yeah. I put my hands up and say, hey, pull it down.
Cool what
You know,
down?
You
We're
guys are in charge
hungry
of
and we want to eat you. You've come to the wrong place.
Well, we do have a mouse
We have, yeah.
and Latria.
You owe me 100. You let that happen. You owe me 150 gold.
You're the one who wanted the mouse.
Wow. Okay, you guys keep arguing there, and they just.
So
they-
I offer, each of them a ration.
Well, I appreciate the ration. And he looks to his friends like that's hilarious. But each of you are probably about 10 rations each. And we're rolling for initiative.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, bear number 1 did not do too great. That's
I
for
did.
sure.
Fabulously.
Well, that's good. So bear 1, that's a red pen. I need a black one. Good Lord. Here we
What's
go.
wrong with red?
Nothing, but it's just, All right, that's number 1. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, that's a 20.
I'm
Ooh.
a 10.
You got a 10? Okay.
I got a 20.
Let me get Latria. Okay. And you got a 20 also?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh, we're not gonna have a dice off.
I mean,
That was the dice off.
you want to have a dice off? Let's go. Bring it.
Oh,
Bring it, ho.
He was
Oh,
already
shit.
first. What's wrong
Ah,
with
he
you?
rolled a 1, so you can have it.
You never know. You never know.
Yay, 15.
All right, so,
You go
so
twice
it's gonna be
first.
Adriel. All right, and then it's gonna be bear number 3. I'm not putting this on the map. Bear number 3. Okay, and then actually Latria with a 17. And then bear number 2 with a 17. And then let's see, you got a 10, Xavier?
Unfortunately.
All right, 10 with Xavier. And then bear number 1. Let's see here with the 3. So Adriel, you're up first. Like I said, I'm not doing the map for this. So 3 bears basically roughly 50 feet ahead of you. And they're about 20 feet apart from each other. What do you want to do?
How far away is the closest one to me?
They're all 50 feet in front of you. I mean, they're kind of like a,
Equally distant.
yeah, equidistant.
Equally.
Equidistance a word?
Equidistant, correct.
They're within range. So a throw
Throw a stone.
stone
Okay,
at whichever one, since they're all equally distant.
sure.
Yeah. You said 50 feet?
Yep, you can reach.
Yep, 60 feet.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
16
Plus, let's see if he remembers, folks.
plus 3.
Ah, look at you. 19, that's a
19.
hit. Roll for damage. Which one are you hitting? 1, 2, or 3? The one in front of you, the one to the left, one to the right.
The one in front of me.
Okay. Go for it. I mean, they're all in front of you, technically. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll your damage.
6 plus 3 is 9.
Wow, okay. Ooh. And that's actually...
It dying.
That's the... No, not quite.
Damn it.
But that's the one who's going up next. It's going to run up and attack you,
From 50
Adriel.
feet.
18.
Yep.
Actually, that's a really good question. Speed is 40 feet. So you're right. They can't actually reach. So the one is going to run
And
up to
it's
you.
hurt.
The one's going to run up to you, but it's still 10 feet away from being able to attack. And next up in the order is going to be Latria. She's going to go ahead and attack with her crossbow. 16 plus 3. That's a hit. Let's see, 1d8. Where is my d8? There we go. She's going to attack the same one you attacked. So that's a 6. And what's her plus? Latria is a plus 3. So that's 9. And this bear is just...
Running away.
No, it's just barely. It's right in front of you, and it can't even stand up.
Right in front of us?
Yeah, I mean it's 10 feet ahead of you. It's not doing too well at all. Bear number 2 is gonna run up. Same thing, 40 feet, 10 feet away. Next up is Xavier.
Electric javelin.
Electric javelin. Okay. 18. Okay, so let me get this get this guy out here.
So wait, 18. Do I get 18 plus 5?
So I'm assigning it to you now, Xavier, but I'm gonna read what this thing does.
What's my extra thing bonus?
So with the javelin, that one's gonna be strength. So it's gonna be 23. So this javelin is a magic weapon. When you hurl it, you have to cry out its fizzle time, by the way. Let's hear you cry out its fizzle time.
I don't know what that it means.
Just cry out, it's fizzle time.
It's fizzle time.
All right. It transforms into a bolt of lightning, forming a line 5 feet wide that extends out for you to a target within 120 feet. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, must make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, taking 4d6 lightning damage
What about my people?
on a failed save and half as much damage on a successful one. I'm assuming you guys aren't standing one in front of the other. So,
So
the lightning bolt turns back into a javelin when it reaches the target, making a ranged weapon attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes damage from the javelin plus 4d6 lightning damage. Which one are you hitting?
the one that tried to attack.
So the one
That one that's gonna try to attack, and then the other one that's next to it is gonna be next. That one's done.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, the two of them are kind of next to each other, so I'm gonna say the lightning hit both of them. So go ahead
Right.
and do roll 4d6, or roll your d6 4 times.
Roll d6 4 times.
Unless you have more than one d6, you can roll. We just need 4d6. You do have 4? Nice.
1 plus 6 plus 5 plus 1.
12, so that's 13. All right. 1, 6, right? Plus 5 plus 1. Is that what it was? All right, so 13. So yeah, the first bear is dead. The second bear is kind of hurting quite a bit.
But I gotta roll that every time.
Well, that's your only use for this javelin. Now it's just a regular javelin until tomorrow. So it's once per day.
And how bad is the other one damaged?
The other one is it's definitely bloodied. It's hurting quite a bit. Bear number 1 saw that shit and just took the fuck off.
That's what I was wondering.
So
Animals are scared.
Yeah.
They're not gonna keep fighting.
the third bear's like, fuck this, I'm out.
Hey,
Oh yeah. So he says he's
from last.
sorry guys, I'll see you later. So all right.
Do you want to give up like your friend and help us? Oh, Adreil.
And what is it with you guys? You want everyone to just freaking help you. So yeah,
Adreil.
Adreil, it's your turn.
Adreil, just give him a chance to just give up.
All right, so I take a small step back and offer them a chance to give up, or
What do you say?
do you? Oh, damn it! I know the exact word. Do you yield or do you continue?
I don't know what yield means, but if you're gonna let me go, I'm more than happy to just lick my wounds, and I've already killed my brother and my sister just ran away, so yeah, if you want to let me go, I'll see you guys later. I'll take that ration, by the way, if you want to give me one of those rations, that'd be great.
What did he say?
Really?
Well, I mean, it's no harm, no foul, right? I mean, you guys didn't even take any damage. We were just trying to scare you. We weren't going to eat you.
I look over my shoulder at Xavier, like, can you get a load of this guy?
All right, so the bear just walks up, kind of like sulking.
Can we take the bear with us?
Where are you going to take it?
Like as a
No, I mean,
Okay.
Lucas, if Lucas wanted to be a hunter, you can actually train animal to go with you, but in this case, it's just not going to be an option.
Damn it! All right.
So the bear,
Latria,
all
do
right,
you-
well, I guess not.
Latria, do you want a pet?
All
Nah,
right.
well, give him a ration.
Yeah, give him a ration.
Well,
Tell your friends.
Thank you very much.
Tell his friends. Let us go.
Hey, don't tell your friends where you got this from.
Oh, tell your friends. Make sure we're safe.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Don't tell your friends where this ration's from, but tell them that, stay away.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. All right. So yeah, the bear. Well, wow, guys. I mean, that's just so nice of you to just let the bear go. I'm really, really impressed. I'm sure those militia assholes from Those of Justice or whatever would never let that happen. That's just amazing. Okay, well, that's
So-
pretty much it. So
Now
yeah,
we
you got
defile.
one dead bear in front of you. The other one took off. The other one limped away.
So now we defiled the dead bear's body with his brother like 10 feet away from him.
You
Do it.
defiled? What do you
What
mean?
the- What do you mean,
Or raid, take his skin, take his,
Sure. I mean,
Take his meat.
if you wanna try to skin it,
Eat bear meat?
sure.
We can use the fur. Is it cold?
Well, here's the thing with pelts and stuff. You can always sell them. And the cool thing is electric damage. Probably.
I already cooked them.
Well, it's not going to do damage to the pelt. So
I'm gonna need to know
Lucas-
what pelt means.
Lucas, roll a nature check.
Rolled a 17
Okay.
plus 2 is 19.
All right. So I'm going to say you're able to get this pelt off in pristine condition.
Pelt is what, like
Awesome.
the skin and fur?
The skin and
Yeah,
fur,
skin and-
correct.
okay.
Yep.
So go ahead and write down pristine or perfect or whatever bear pelt. Write it
Oh,
down.
right,
That's
perfect.
yeah,
Because I know how to spell it.
sure.
Do we keep the head too? Like the head and eyes?
What are you going to carry the head around? You're going to
I
put
mean,
that
I'm
in
saying,
your,
I
in
don't
your
know. I
bag
don't
of
even know what
holding?
pelt means. Like, how?
All right, fine. All right, fine.
Is that?
When
Do
I-
you guys
when
know
I
that from
skin-
like home, or is it like something you should learn in
It's
school?
white folks. I mean, no, because
Not
if
white
you
food. That's like a hunter thing.
well,
Dude.
but we grew up in Pennsylvania, deer pelts.
So if you kill a deer, and you
Beaver.
like skin
in
the
fact,
deer.
we have pelts at home. What pelts do you have? Don't you have a deer pelt or some
Kangaroo.
shit? Kangaroo. We have a
kangaroo.
kangaroo pelt at home.
Did yourself?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
Yeah,
So
we
I'm
went to
asking.
Australia and
No.
killed a kangaroo.
Somewhere I have pictures of Seth as a little baby taking a nap in this thing.
Yeah, we've
Oh
had
my
that shit in
God.
our family for years.
Somewhere I have alligator too.
Yeah, the alligator's strung on a piece of wood, though,
Do you
right?
call it the same
Yeah.
thing?
I don't know.
with a-
That would
with
be a
a rope
skin,
tail.
though. I think pelt
Yeah.
has to have fur.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, perfect, pristine, whatever bear pelt. Wow, guys, that's a beautiful pelt. I mean, thank God you have that bag. It'd be really heavy to carry around. I assume you put it in your bag, Lucas.
Yeah.
And you guys, have another nice night. Do you guys want to take some bear meat? Add some rations?
I'll eat anything.
I mean, yes, that's true. So
If
yeah,
I
we'll
had
say
bear-
you get you don't have any more salt. That would have been good to get in town. But
I knew
you have let's say you have rations for the next 2 days, which will get you into the fungal forest. What's that?
I knew it.
Yeah.
It's always something.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, my.
We record every 2 weeks, and it's hard to remember all this stuff. All right, so yeah, another day goes by. Days gone by. That's a Bob Moses album. All right, so move on one more. It is Xavier's turn to roll for random encounter, and this is going to be the last one until you guys are officially in the fungal forest. And by the way, because you guys are getting a little bit closer, you do start to see these mushrooms growing out. So yeah, you start to see as you move forward a little bit, you do start to notice that there is a little, just some mushrooms growing out of the ground. Like I said, this one's about a foot tall. The ones closest to you, some of them are a couple feet tall, not super big. The ground is actually the foliage, and the grass at the bottom is starting to wither away as you in making room for a little bit more blue and purple moss. And the canopy up above is starting to grow to the point to where a lot of the light from the day is being blacked out. So, all right, Laz, your turn. Roll it up for possible random encounter.
$18.
18.
Is that
All
18
right.
plus what?
It doesn't. Not for this. It doesn't matter. 18. All right, Lucas. Let's roll to see which one you're gonna get.
If he rolls high, we do something easier, or
I mean, it's the
It
upper.
depends.
Yeah, the upper end is going to be a lot better. The lower end is going to be a lot worse. In the middle, it's a mixed bag.
Well, you guys will be pleasantly surprised to learn that I rolled a 6.
A 6.
why can't we get anything like?
Do you want to add anything to that?
Can I add my luck to his luck and our luck?
No, just the one. You want to add your 2
Yeah.
to that?
Yeah.
All right. So an 8. All right. So that's actually a good one because 6, 6 is where, things start to, after 6 is when things start to get, I shouldn't tell you that, but whatever. All right. So this is actually a good one. I've been hoping this one would pop up. So yeah, you're walking through and these trees are starting to give way, but you do find a really, really massive tree. I would say the trunk is probably about 10 to 12 feet wide, and you round this massive tree, and it's kind of like a willow tree. You see like these, for those of you who don't know what a willow tree is, it has these long, I guess kind of like vine-like branches that hang down. As a kid, we used to swing on them. Up north, there's a lot of them, but you can swing on these branches. So the willow tree.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You got to be careful. You got to grab 2 or 3 because sometimes they
they'll
rip
break.
off.
Yeah, and you fall on your ass. At this age, I wouldn't be able to do it, but as a kid, we could do it. But willow tree, if they're big enough, a lot of times the tree will actually these what would you call them? They're not really sticks, branches, but they kind of like vines, but they will lay on the ground and kind of cover so where you can actually walk through them. What's that?
Like they hang low.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like myself. You know what I'm saying? So you rounded this
you're
massive.
talking about your self-esteem again?
So, right. You round I'll give you a laugh for that. Damn it. I got to remember which one's a laughing one. All right. So you round a massive willow tree and notice on the other side, there's a curved door in its trunk. The door looks as if it has been a part of the tree for centuries. And there's a lock on it that looks as though it was installed yesterday or very, very recently. So yeah, there's a door that's perfectly rounded into the trees. So it's not like the tree was cut out and there's this flat door. The door is rounded with it. And there's a newish or newer type of lock on the tree. Wow, that's amazing. I've never even seen anything like this. This is unbelievable. Wow, I've never really been this close to the Fungal Forest. So we sometimes call it the Mushroom Meadows too, but obviously I guess it makes sense that something this odd would be up here.
Do you remember that lock thing we were supposed to buy? I stole it.
Yeah, right.
erase. Sorry. Man, I knew it.
So what kind of lock is it?
It looks to be, I mean, it's I want to say it's like
is it magical?
No, you don't know if it's magical, but it looks like a similar, just kind of like a little bit, like kind of like a door lock. Nothing special, but it just looks new. It doesn't look like it's been rusted. If you were to go into like an old like house where you put like an old school key in there or something like that.
Dude,
what
if I have to lock pick it, do I get a bonus if I actually own lock picks?
Well, you get what is that you're showing me? Can you get it closer to the camera? You have lock picks? What a dork. No, but you do get, you get to, add your proficiency to it because you are proficient in lock picks.
One more question.
Yes.
The lock.
Yes.
Is it, what is it connected to?
It's basically like you would go into any house. So it's got a doorknob on it. Underneath the doorknob is like a key opening, so to speak.
Okay, so it's like a door.
It looks a lot older. It's not like modern,
So can I just kick the door?
You could certainly try.
All right.
Go ahead. Roll. That's a really great try, but sometimes things just take a little bit of finesse.
All right.
Any other options?
I'd try to lock pick it.
Okay, go ahead and roll and add your proficiency bonus, which is +2.
Yeah, I got a 7 total.
No, that's not going to do it. Not going to do
Latria?
it. I don't know what you want me to do. Maybe you should try to just...
Ooh, actually, Tails, I have a small favor to ask you.
What do you want me to do? I see this lock here. What can I possibly help you with?
Is there any way that you'd be able to slip underneath the door or find a
That's
way
a really
around?
interesting question. Put me on the ground here. Let me take a look.
So
300 gold pieces.
you put them on the ground or
I
what?
knew
Yeah,
we should have
yeah,
spent that money.
I put them on the ground.
Well, it's not to say that the mouse would have came with you, but I'm just, All right.
The mouse was the worst option. We should have got
But you got a cool pet mouse now. I mean, come on.
No.
All right, so you do find that Tails is just barely able to get underneath there. You hear a little bit of skittling around, and all of a sudden, the door unlocks from the inside. And what's interesting is you don't even have to really train it because you can talk to it. And when I made the mouse as an option, didn't even occur to me that you can talk to animals, which negates any type of training necessary. You just tell the mouse what to do, which is amazing. But yeah, the door opens, so you hear a little bit of a click, and and that's it. I mean, you hear a click, and that's pretty much it.
There we go in.
Door's open.
Slowly open the door so I don't open the door on the mouse.
So you
or
open
on
the door,
Tails.
and Tails just kind of like bows down with a wave of its arm, like voila, like you're welcome type of deal. And so when you open the door, you see a spiral staircase heading down.
Okay. Before we head down, I pick Tails up and I reach in and get him a pretty good sized chunk of ration for him to thank him. If he's able to.
Yeah, it's
Let's
deer
say-
meat. I think you'll have to like buy some cheese in town that you can keep for a little treat or something.
Let's
I appreciate it, Adriel. That's a really good idea, and I really hope that I can help you out in the future. But yeah, if you could give me some cheese, that'd be great. I don't eat meat, thanks. I'm a mouse.
let's send my metal bird. My metal what's up?
So that's gonna go down and
With
reiterate what you have to say, but it has to be within sight.
I was gonna send the mouse. Oh, it has to be within sight.
For the sonic bird or the songbird of distraction, it has to be within sight.
Oh, no, I figured it. All right, let's just take a walk down. We're doing,
All right, so yeah, you walk down these stairs. They're a little bit dusty. You do find that these stairs have a lot of wear. Like these stairs have been used and been here for a very, very long time. They are wooden stairs. They're dug into the ground a little bit. You do see some roots that have been cut through to make the stairs, and they're just wide enough for you, Adriel, to get by. Actually, Xavier, you kind of have to go to the side a little bit to get around. But at the bottom, you find a small room, and the room is spanning several paces and comes into view ahead of you. Packed dirt walls hold several shelves standing up to the low ceiling. Cobwebs aren't as uniform as you would expect. A workbench holds a few tools to the right, and several bottles rest on a table to the left. A rack of weapons holds short crossbows and daggers just ahead. After further inspection, you find that this room appears to be a room that's being used, but you get the idea that no one's been here for a little while. Okay, what do you do?
Are we already in the room?
You're in the room.
I look at Latria and he said it looks like it hasn't been.
It's just
Like
not a room
abandoned.
that's like lived in. I guess that's the proper way to put it. Like somebody uses it but doesn't live there.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it's been a while. Like, is there a
dark
lot
in
of
there?
collective dust?
It's kind of dark. There's actually there's a couple lamps in there if you want to try to light them up. I'm always gonna assume when it's dark you're gonna use your light spell.
Okay, that's all I was gonna say. Can we glow? All right. Do we do a perception check?
Sure.
Both of us.
Sure.
5.
Yeah, you don't
7.
perceive shit. 7, yeah, either. So all of a sudden a woman barges in. She's a bit taller than you expect. She's actually about your height, Adriel, and she is human. Her skin is a baby blue, and she has hairs to match. And she looks over at you guys like, "What are you guys doing here? You guys shouldn't be here." She's like, "What are you guys doing here?"
We're just passing through.
Passing through? I mean, you guys are way, way off. No one is even supposed to come close to this fungal forest here. I didn't expect anyone to find this place. Who are you guys?
Who are you?
I am here looking for something.
What's your name?
My name is Jasilla.
Jasilla. What are you looking for?
I am looking for... Wait a minute.
Onion.
I'm not telling you what I'm looking for. What are you looking for?
Maybe
I'm
we're
looking for
this-
something that somebody is trying to find on this continent, and I can't tell you what it is. But I heard up here is where I need to go to find it.
In here?
Up here in this part of the continent.
In the Fungal Forest?
I'm not giving you any more information.
Well,
Who are you guys?
we're somebody.
You look familiar. I feel like I mean, you're pretty tall. You're clearly not with those of justice.
What do you mean? Don't you see my uniform?
I see.
And
you
Adreil?
didn't put it on. Adreil put it on. Yeah, I see his uniform. You're not wearing one, and you're with a halfling. You're not with those of justice. Who are you guys? You can tell she's not on edge. She's a little bit more surprised.
Well, obviously you're not from this planet.
No,
so
I'm not from this planet.
We might be
I've been
looking for
placed
the
here.
same thing.
We might be looking for the same thing. What are you guys looking for?
Perception check to see how trustworthy she seems, how
Sure.
earnest she is in
Go
her
for it.
words.
Yep.
Never mind.
Okay.
I rolled a 4. I know that's not going to hit.
You can't tell.
9.
9? What's your perception? Not much. You don't feel... You don't know if you can trust her or not, but you don't feel any...
Perception is 2,
Ill
so it's
will.
11.
Yeah, you don't feel any... Honestly, you get the sense that this woman could just wreck you if she wanted to.
Wreck me.
Yeah,
Cool.
she would just tear you guys the fuck up.
Yeah, that's
The
what-
freak up. The butt up.
We're looking
Who-
for a phasing
I'm
stone.
gonna add the phasing stone. Are you Adreil and Xavier?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, I'm okay.
How do you know our names?
Because I know who you guys are, and I know who sent you. So she whips out a coin, and she gives it. Actually, both of you roll. Let's see who gets it. I'm gonna roll off.
Roll off. Jesus Christ.
8.
8, Lucas.
He gets it.
Okay. Wow. All right. So Xavier, you're gonna get it. So yeah, she hands you this coin. This is gonna be awarded items. So this is a shadow coin. She says, "Here, take this shadow coin. I'm not gonna get in your way any longer. I cannot wait to go back and tell them that you've made it this far. If you ever come into contact with the Shadowrunners, once you get off this planet, if they invade you, if you see them at a spaceport, if you're on one of their ships, anything, you give them this coin and you will get granted passage. They will listen to whatever you have to say and they will help you." And then she opens up, like, there's this bookcase. She pulls it back. There's a portal in there. She jumps into the portal, which disappears.
Oh,
The
man, I wanna
bookcase
go in that
slams
portal.
shut. And she's gone. What did you want to do?
I want to go in the portal.
Nah,
It doesn't
that's-
matter. We
that's
can't do
it.
that. All right.
Get me out of this planet.
Here's the thing. They can just teleport into the portal. Why can't we just teleport into the
Because you don't know where it is. She didn't know where it is.
Oh, she
where
doesn't
it
even
is.
know where she is. She just knows that she's here.
She knows she's on this planet and she was looking for something. You kind of get the sense that she was a contingency plan.
Shadow coin, correct?
Shadow, it's in there. Yeah, shadow coin. You see it. Here, I'll show it just so the listeners or the viewers, that is, yeah, the listeners can see it. Just so the viewers can see it. So yeah, that's the shadow coin. So if you ever need to, for whatever reason, if you run into the Shadowrunners and you need any sort of help or whatever, they will be there. So
I got 2 helps now.
So you guys are basically, tomorrow you're going to be in the Fungal Forest. You guys just want to sleep here for the night? You might as well.
Inside, right?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Can we lock the door?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I assume you
Is
guys
there
go
anything
up.
else in there?
Actually, before we shut the
Yeah,
door,
you found
do we
some
check?
bottles. Go ahead, Lucas.
I was gonna say, before we shut the door, do we check the lock to make sure we can unlock it?
Well, the mouse locked it and unlocked it. So
I'm pretty sure
tails,
if a mouse could do it.
Yeah, from the inside, you should be good. Like I said, there's some crossbows, there's some knives, there's some empty bottles. That's really about it.
All right.
Yeah. All right, and that's where we're gonna end this episode. Tomorrow, or next episode, we're gonna be in the Fungal Forest.
Damn.
But not a Xavier's fungal.
He's got a bum.
Where
for
did that come from, though?
Nora Wimsel
I
gave
never.
him
There
a
was
bum
nothing.
for that.
Oh my god. I wasn't even like drunk last time I was here.